Hi, everybody. Hey. Oh, I just hit my face with this thing. Welcome. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let me see who all is here. I'm pretty sure it's probably a little bit of folks in the house today, which should be good. Should be good. That way we can really get to talk. Welcome, everybody. Hit the like button, please, and thank you. Paige, Storm, Nebby, Aduko. Who else? I hear myself on the other screen. Welcome, everybody. Nebby's in the house. Morris, thank you for being here. Ronan, how are you, Ronan? Shout out to you. Yes. Are we farming today? No, we're not farming today. Olson, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Morris as well. Everybody is here. Hold up for the most part. Let me see. Let me make sure I share this with everybody. We live now. You have arrived. Thank you for being here. Shout out to you, Katie. Let me let the people know that we're here. It is the evening, and people are doing stuff. People got stuff to do. Let's see. Hold up. Everyone. We live now. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you for those that are hitting the heart buttons in the reaction. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Oh my goodness. I almost did a vertical, but then I didn't want to make a lot of people mad. I was this close to doing a vertical. This close. I was like, let's do a vertical. So yes. Are we going to drop some rabbits in the chat? Well, I haven't even started the intro. Why don't we do that right now? And it allows the people some time to get in here. Let's go intro. Hold up. Wait a minute. Bruh. Did you hit the like button? Drop some rabbits in the chat. Let's go.
Hit that like. Welcome to the chat. Let's chit chat. Hit that like. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. If you want the tea, come see me. Rabbit hole is the place to be for real news, not fake news. Celebrity news, breaking news around the clock. Real talk, best on the block. I rock. Real talk, best on the block. I rock. Hit that like. Welcome to the chat. Let's chit chat. Hit that like. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Drop some rabbits in the chat. True crime is my specialty. Exposing the industry. Unsolved mysteries. Sticking to reality. Fair use commentary. Talking about cults. Trying to get results. Exploring hopes. Researching. Debunking. Investigating. Being nosy. Super nosy. Being messy. Being shady. Rabbit hole news. That's me. The chick with ADHD. Unmedicated. But quite educated. Hit that like. Welcome to the chat. Let's chit chat. Hit that like. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Hit that like. Let's go. Let's start the show.
Oh my God. Yes. Shout out to everybody. Yes, Danny Robertson. Shout out to her. You just finished eating. Shout out to you. Thank you, everybody for being here. Shout out to everybody that is here, y'all. Everybody that is here needs to be here. Shout out to everybody. I was this close to doing a vertical and I was like, I don't know, man. I was feeling it. And I was like, nah, because I don't know, because like Diddy said, then you got the people asking you for feet pic. I don't need people asking me for feet pic. Respectfully. Because you do get the weirdos on the verticals. It is what it is. What's vertical? So like Paige, it's like a live. So this is considered horizontal. Vertical would be considered kind of like the TikTok lives. kind of like that. So it's a different angle and you're on your phone. And so you get to swipe up and down, swipe up and down. So yeah. That's how it is. Yes, you said that's more moving than I have done all day, says Susan. Oh my God. Yes, Didi said, yeah, it's true though. Didi's right, because you do get the weird. I mean, in more than one occasion, I want to say at least 3 or 4 times, then I've been asked for feet pic on Vertical Lives. The audacity. And then the trolls want to deport me too. So it's like, y'all want my feet pic, and then you want to deport me too. Pick a struggle. Do you want my feet pic and then you want me deported, or you want both? Which one is it? Because I can't do both. Pick one. Pick one. That's kind of where I'm at. Pick one. That's it. That's all. Yo, we should have done a Vertical Live. Oh my God. Wife is in the hospital? Oh, yes. Ronan, we got you, Ronan, y'all. Drop some hearts for Ronan's wifey who's in the hospital, for her to get better. We are wishing you healing and good vibrations and all the good stuff on your way, Ronan. You are amazing, and wishing you the best for you and your wife. Are bruised feet included in your feet pic? I don't know about that one. Oh my God. Pick a lane. That's right. Pick one. Y'all want me deported, or do you want feet pick? Which one is it? You know, because they be saying the craziest shit. And it's like, it's funny because, you know, as a content creator, you're supposed to not pay attention to the trolls, but some of them are kind of hilarious. Like some of them are just real hilarious. And you just kind of have to, you have nothing to do but to laugh. That's all you can do. It's just laugh at the BS. That's all. Okay, guys, we have quite the lineup tonight. Thank you for those that joined us earlier this evening, and thank you for those that are watching the replay on our reaction with a lizard face lady who she's still fighting on the internet with people. Shout out to her. She's still fighting and convincing people. All right. She is convincing people. That's what she's doing about what's going on with her. So shout out to her. And we have a lot of stuff we have to review. Some of these topics have kind of left to some other day, and I might even do for like, especially one of them here that we're going to talk about today. It's going to be a pre-recorded separate, because I feel like I have to break this down a little bit more, but we're going to get right to it. So we have the fake Madeleine McCann situation. We were supposed to talk about it this morning. We're talking about it now. There's a PR crisis happening, and it's getting deeper. So we talked about this the other day. Now it's getting deeper. Okay. It looks like there might have been a DNA test, and woman is not Maddie. I don't know why, but there's more to this, okay? It's not even that. There's more. So we're going to talk about the fake Madeleine McCann, Julia Wandelt. We got to talk about Diddy because he had court today and all of that. Kanye West suing a dentist, okay? Now, we got to talk about Kanye West because we actually called this. A dentist was supplying him, what is it, the nitrous oxide, the laughing gas. And we called this out a couple months ago, and now he's going to sue him. We got to talk about that. All right. And we have to talk about Brian McKnight versus Jaguar Wright yet again. Okay. We'll get into that. So let's get started. Let's talk about the actual, I think, situation that everybody's talking about right now. I'm going to show you guys a little receipt, or a little posting from Academics. He actually posted the cease and desist. Okay. Listen to this, and then I'm going to show you a couple videos here. Ronan, thank you for being a member for 13 months. That's like a year plus a month. Thank you for supporting my channel. Shout out to you, Ronan. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, let's read this this interesting letter that was posted. Ye and Bianca to sue father of diamond dentistry for life-altering harm caused by malice, misappropriation, and malpractice. The date is May 1st, which would be today. Ye and his wife Bianca served Beverly Hills dentist Dr. Thomas Connolly noticed today that they are suing him for medical malpractice, gross negligence, fraud, exploitation, abandonment, psychological and emotional trauma, reckless administration of a controlled and uncontrolled substances, and other malicious and deceitful behaviors. They're suing a dentist. All right. I'm going to direct you to a video that I did. I did this video 8 months ago. All right. And it was about this dentist, and now they're suing him. Lord have mercy. Let's get,
as people would call it. The dentist is going to give it to you. If you're about to go into some deep treatment type of situation, it's colorless. There's like a sweet, sometimes there's a sweet smell to it, but it's meant to help patients feel calm and relaxed during dental procedures. Now, the person that broke the story is a man by the name of Milo Yiannopoulos. I don't want to pretend like I know how to say his last name, but we're going to call him Milo, okay? He was Kanye West's former chief of staff, and he made several allegations and accusations against the dentist that was treating Kanye, dentist named Thomas Connolly.
8 months ago, this was his head of staff. This was Kanye West's head of staff. This guy right here with Milos. We're going to call him Milos, okay? Yes, I can't even say his last name. We're going to call him Milos. Milos was head of staff for Kanye West. And he came forward and made allegations against the dentist. Okay, listen to what was said.
Kanye West's former chief of staff, and he made several allegations and accusations against the dentist that was treating Kanye, dentist named Thomas Connolly. Now, Milo alleged that the celebrity dentist provided Kanye West with unlawful supplies of nitrous gas, ignoring the self-destructive consequences it would have had on Kanye. He's also accused the dentist of fraudulently obtaining money from Kanye due to the rapper's alleged addiction to gas, which Milo claims had weakened his mental acuity. Now, there was a legal affidavit filed against the dentist, all right, Thomas P. Connolly. And in this legal affidavit, it basically says that it accuses the dentist of unlawfully supplying enormous quantities of nitro gas for recreational use, which he claimed violated his professional ethic. Now, this is the dentist.
That's the dentist. That is Dr. Thomas Connolly. That's him. Okay.
Dentist. His name is Dr. Thomas Connolly. He is, I guess, known for doing people's grills. He will do diamond teeth. He has done tattoos on teeth. Now, let me just say this. I would never let anybody that looks like this touch my mouth. That's my bias, yo. Maybe he's a really good doctor, but I do kind of wonder because he's giving like Beverly Hills too much. Like, I don't know what to expect from somebody like this, but yeah, that's it. That is Kanye West doctor, and he's being accused of supplying nitrous, okay, nitrous gas, the laughing gas, to Kanye. Milo claims that Thomas Connolly, the dentist, charged more than $50,000 per month for the service and continued to supply the gas even after concerns were raised about Kanye's experiencing distressing symptoms. So this is the same dentist that basically gave Kanye his $850,000 grill titanium dentures. He showed Kanye how to use the gas canister, knowingly encouraging their use in the absence of a qualified anesthesiologist or medical professional. You know, it's been said, and I think Kanye has self-disclosed a history of his mental health, right? He's been very open about it. Some of us, I think, have picked up on that. There's been a lot of turning points where I have like stayed away from a lot of the Kanye West stuff.
For the most part. Okay, let me stop right here. So that was 8 months ago. Here we are, you know, present time. That was 8 months ago. This is present time. And this is what we have. Kanye West is essentially suing this dentist. California law requires a formal notification to be served on defendants 90 days before they can be sued for medical malpractice. A copy of this formal notice has been released to media today. Okay. Connolly charged $50,000 a month for nitrous gas. In spring of 2024, Connolly attempted to seize control of global music and fashion brand Yeezy LLC, while its principal Yee was incapacitated with a cocktail of control and uncontrolled substances. The head of staff was calling this out, was telling Yee, hey, that guy's giving you too much nitrous. Now, I don't know. I mean, I'm hearing in the chat that you could probably buy nitrous. I'm not really sure. So now he's going after him. That right. It's like brain damage. Some of you guys said that you like it's like complete brain damage and everything. So is he like making him sign paperwork while he's taking this nitrous? I mean, you can buy it in bulk. Amazon, nitrous gas, you just buy it in bulk. But you need to know how to administer it, right? You see, it's interesting that it's taken him this long, though, right? You said I used to do whippets all the time. I'm fine. I mean, let me know. He did mention it before, right? So let's keep going. All right. So this is the post. Connolly is liable for improper and excessive administration of nitrous gas. encouraging and enabling unsupervised self-administration of nitrous gas, continuing treatment despite clear adverse neurological and behavioral signs, admissions of negligence and written apologies acknowledging mistakes which had no effect on treatment, financial exploitation of the patient through fraudulent billing and overcharging, inappropriate provisions of controlled substances such as propofol and professional abandonment of the patient, say the couple and Yeezy staff, resulting injuries and damage included neurological and physical injury to Yee, psychological and emotional trauma, chemical dependency, which requires ongoing treatment, financial harm and economic losses, and a loss of consortium. Oh my God. Sorry. Um, what do y'all think? Behavior is on him, but this does not help. You said that's ridiculous. Kanye didn't have to get that gas. Yeah, it's the same one. Is he saying that that's what he got? It's propofol or here it is. Propofol. Thank you, my love. In the past 5 years or so, it's been incredibly easy to get a high off of nitrous oxide. I didn't even know it was accessible like that. I mean, I guess I've never really looked on Amazon, but I guess you could just get you a little can and start, I don't know, whippets, right? Like whippets. I thought it was like you know how like people will what is it? They use the duster too of keyboards. Like even that, the other day I went to a Best Buy and they don't even sell that like that anymore because of like I guess people get high on that. I don't know. They suck in the whipped cream. So that too, that did kill Michael Jackson. The keyboard duster is different. Oh my God. See, I'm learning here, okay? You can get a professional whipped cream canister and do whippets. A can of whipped cream? Okay. All right. Look at y'all are educating me because I have no idea. A camera cleaner too? You did the air duster. I was 15, fell on my face and broke my nose. Oh my God, Alice. Oh, that hurts. Like I just the thought of that. So did you like completely black out and then just fell? I just didn't do listen. I don't be give me a little Mary Jane, okay? But that right there, my friends, no. This like I'm all for the plants, the natural, but the inhalants and the poppers and the whippets and the splittets, I'm good. I don't want to do that. I'm good. Yeah, I don't. No. I prefer the natural, if you know what I mean. That's you said huffing is crazy. Protect your beautiful brains. See, I'm just saying I prefer the natural, the plants. Okay, that's what I prefer. But you guys over here talking about poppers and whippets and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. It's like I prefer that. Okay, I prefer that. That's okay. So I don't know. I feel like, is he blaming the dentist? I don't want to huff anything. I mean, is he acting like he didn't have access or he couldn't purchase anything? That maybe the dentist showed him how to use it and then he's been hooked on it. But he is like, yeah, I'm going to sue. And I just don't know. I mean, does he have a case? I don't know. But also, what if he's getting him high with like this case and stuff? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's getting him high. He's having him sign things off, which is not out of the norm for like somebody that's trying to take advantage of him, right? Like, that's not out of the norm at all. We hear this all the time. I mean, I don't know, right? You said, I'm from the just say no era. We say no. No, Liquid Rush was big in the 80s. You can buy it at any head shop. I bet Bruce has tried a lot more things. Now, let me tell you guys something else that's going on. Kanye has been like, I guess, trending all over. So Kanye West shocks fans, admits he let men smash his wife just week after women dropped receipts. Why am I not surprised that they have like this open marriage and they're doing different things? I'm not surprised. I'm not. I'm just not. I don't know. Like, is this even a marriage at this point? I don't know. Is it open marriage? They're into all kinds of things.
Pays
Mm-mm.
P stars, men with large black this to F his wife.
Oh
And
my
I
God.
approve.
Let me put the mute. Did y'all hear that? Yes, they got back together. Bianca, Brenda, they got all back together. Yes. Yes, they got back together. I mean, listen, I don't want to hear this shit later. Oh, she's a victim, guys. She's been victimized by, or maybe she is. I don't know. But I'm saying it's like she's going back to him consensually doing different things, guys. I mean, unless she's like under some kind of control and she walked to the Grammys with no clothes, I really don't know what to say. She wants a baby. She wants to. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, maybe she is at some point, because I'm just telling you, I already know how the story goes. Okay. She's going to claim that she is, and maybe she has been victimized by him. I'm not really sure, but she's constantly going back too. I don't know. What do you think? A lot of victims go back. Yeah. Is everyone back on drugs again? It's all on the DL. Would explain a lot of the entertainment and industry insanity. Maybe it was just all DL and then it's just now not DL. Now it's out in the open. I don't know. Let me just so you're about to call my cat. My cat Blanca is gonna lose her mind. Listen, I don't know. I just have a feeling that it's gonna come this thing where it's like, let me hope that that's not the case, but I have a feeling that this is an open marriage type of situation, okay? And maybe she's back with them. She could very well be experiencing this too. And you guys, you already seen what he said about Cassie. He has no regard or remorse or anything like that for victims. He thinks Cassie's lying. He thinks that Diddy's gonna get off. He has said so many different things about Cassie. He is not somebody that's a sympathizer of any of that. And that he'll say what he'll say. I did call that they were going to get back together. She's not ready to leave him. But there's another thing I'm going to call. She's going to come out and she's going to say a bunch of allegations against Kanye at some point. And then it's going to become a big thing. Not right away. Everybody has their day in court, guys. Everybody has their day in court. Okay. And he's not well. He's not. I'm surprised. I mean, he hasn't been able to see his kids. That's my understanding because of what Kim and all this other stuff in between. But he's also not helping his situation as well. Okay. Truly hope that people wake up, but everybody takes their time. Okay. That's how it is. That's how it is. People take their time and it is what it is. And I mean, we'll be here and we'll talk about it, but I just wanted to tell you guys that. Okay. I want to talk about, let's get over here. Goodbye, Kanye. We're done. Let's talk about Diddy real quick. So Diddy had court today. And we have to kind of follow up on this. So Sean Diddy Combs confirms he rejected plea deal ahead of his S trafficking trial. So there was a minute order, I want to say, or it was a hearing, not today's hearing, but another hearing where it was confirmed that he had been offered a plea deal and he also declined that, and then he has declined it yet again. He does not want a plea deal. He wants to take this to court. Okay. The music mogul has pled not guilty to charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution. His trial begins next week. Next week. The trial is trialing. We got to get started. We got to go. I'm hearing all kinds of people are going to be out there. I'm wondering, and maybe I'll send an email out to somebody that I know. The transcripts, I've been talking to a couple of friends of mine about these transcripts, right? We were just saying how they haven't really announced who is to go to and stuff like that, because I'm assuming that you have to go through a process to get in there, right? In court. They're not going to allow everybody in there.
It doesn't matter if you work with media. Like, I think you actually have to do this within a time frame. And so bloggers that are thinking they're going to get in probably won't be able to get in. You can't bring cameras, you can't bring phones, nothing is televised, guys. So again, this is a RICO federal situation in a federal building. Okay, so it's going to be huge. So I'm trying to figure out how this is all going to go down. And I'm making some calls to figure this out even more. I'll probably find out more information tomorrow. Maybe share a little something with you guys about what this is gonna be. Now, Diddy's not the only case this month. You also have oh my God, is it Russell Simmons? Russell Simmons against one of the accusers in this. It's May, and it's I believe that one is in California. So there's that one. There's a couple of things happening in May. Okay, you said, will there be 1K baby oil bottles in the court? Yeah, they're gonna bring all the discovery in there. 1,000. How do you even come up with 1,000 bottles of baby oil? That's what I want to know. This should be interesting. Okay. So all the discovery, you think that's the only discovery, Ronan? This is interesting, but let's keep going. So Diddy confirmed at a hearing Thursday today that he had rejected a plea from federal prosecutors in his trafficking case, paving the way for his trial to begin next week. Have you rejected the government's offer? This is what the judge asked, who was overseeing his trial in New York. Yes, Your Honor, this is what Combs replied. Now, I'm hearing that Combs, he was wearing an olive colored clothing over a white thermal shirt, carried a black binder with notebooks in it as he entered the courtroom and waved to supporters in the gallery before he hugged and shook hands with his attorney. He has pled not guilty of charges of trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Defense attorney Agnifilo said that Combs' legal team discussed the offer with him and that together they decided to reject it. Assistant U.S. Attorney Comey said the proposal would have given Combs a lighter sentence than he would receive if he is found guilty on all trial charges. A lighter sentence. Huh. It's interesting. Yes, thank you, Cheeks, for the $5. Sorry, but in the Lauren, I can never say her last name, lawsuit, he alleged that he wanted her blank her mom while she's watching. Interesting, after his family confession. Oh, on the cousin. You talk about Kanye. Oh, yes. Yes. Cheeks, thank you for this. Huh. That's an interesting point. Let me put a little heart. That is an interesting point. I heard it too. I'm sorry, and I completely forgot about her lawsuit too on Kanye. That's usually how a plea goes, right? Absolutely. It's been 20 years ago charged, so he would have been in jail for a lifetime either way. Well, what would it be a lighter sentence for Kanye? Or excuse me, for Diddy. Let me switch. For Diddy. What would have been a lighter sentence? Honestly, like, I don't get it. I don't get it together. Get it together. What would have been a lighter sentence? That's the question. I mean, isn't it like a life in prison if you're found guilty of like RICO in New York? I'm pretty sure. I didn't even think they have the death penalty. Don't quote me on this, but I think the last time I checked is that you can get the death penalty if you're found guilty in a RICO case. Hold up. Let me see. I don't want to misspeak. If found guilty in a RICO case in New York, I'm pretty sure that is a death penalty case. Anything less than life. Never mind. So in New York, convictions under the racketeering, the RICO Act, can result in a prison sentence of up to 20 years and a fine of $250,000, or twice the value of illegal profits, or twice the value of any illegal profits. The death penalty is not possible sentence for RICO in New York. Okay, but I'm pretty sure it was a life sentence. I mean, he could get life. Yes. Okay. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. If a racketeering activity results in a death, a life sentence is possible.
So if somebody dies, they haven't said that. Okay? You said object 1A through 1000A will be evidence in court guilty. Wait, they're going to label the bottles too, Ronan? Ronan, all those bottles better be there. I better not find out that the guards and everybody else has been taking those bottles from Discovery. Okay? Lock it up. Thank you for the $5. No, but this is a real thing, y'all. I mean, R. Kelly is like still fighting for his life behind bars right now. You know, I don't even think that guy's ever going to get out. You know what I mean? You said you didn't start the target. Oh my God, y'all are too crazy in here. Y'all are too crazy in this chat. They won't go through, you think? Wonder if they're going to let him dye his hair in the courtroom. What you mean? What are they going to give him, Rogaine for men? Oh, the super chat target? I think I told everybody. I decided to stop the super chat target. Part of it is because I don't think I like it. That's what I'm gonna say. I think I said it before, if YouTube pushes us, amazing. If y'all support me with the super chat, I even appreciate it, or cash up, whatever it is. Y'all know that I love it and I love you guys for it. But I didn't push it today. You're right. I didn't, and I probably won't do it again. We tried it for a month and I didn't notice a difference from YouTube as far as pushing me into the algorithm. So we're gonna do what we're gonna do over here. And if I get blessed, hey, I get blessed, and I thank everybody for it. Shout out to you guys. I'm sorry, I completely lost it. I forgot it. I didn't even know that's how much I don't even think about it anymore. Anyways, moving on. No worries, Ronan. Shout out to you. I forgot to tell. I should have reminded you guys again. You said he's going to color his hair with the Sharpie by prisoners. Listen, I heard that he's looking like he is. He's definitely not looking like Diddy anymore. Okay. He's got the gray hair. He's got, all kind, and I mean, that's great. Gray hair means wisdom. Okay. But he definitely feels like he's just not, he's not the Diddy. He's not the flashy Diddy anymore. He's not that. Okay. He's no mogul at this point. Okay. Steeler Princess, thank you so much. Baby Bunny Gold, $2. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, let's keep going. So he was wearing this olive white colored clothing over a white thermal shirt, carried a black binder with notebooks. He hugged people and waved at people. He has pled not guilty to the charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, transportation, and engaging in prostitution. So we said this. Now, the judge, I know that right now this is the jury time and everything, and the reviewing questions. The hearing was the last before the trial begins with jury selection Monday. Okay. We got jury selection on Monday. The questioning of potential jurors would be conducted in a way to protect jurors' privacy, including possible disclosures about experiences with sexual and domestic abuse. Guys, we read those questions here. We reviewed them. Some of you guys were like, oh, that's an interesting question. And think about the questions that he was asking. One of them was, do these people have training in, sexual abuse? Do you feel like wealthy people get away with stuff? That was one of them. Do you have a problem with people having multiple partners? How do you feel about cheaters? One of the questions that was not there that I probably would have asked was, have you ever been cheated on? Like that kind of thing. Do you have a problem with baby oil? Do you object to any kind of like sexual something? You know what I'm saying? Like if they are consensual type of situation. Like those are the questions that are in my mind. I'm like, what would I ask if I was Agnifilo and I wanted, to somehow defend my client? Do you prefer consent? What do you consider consent to be? That would be a good question. In your opinion, I think it's yes or no questions. They're not like open-ended questions. In your opinion, what is, or no. Now, I can't even define consent because that's not even, it would be, do you feel like some situations lend themselves for there not to be consent? But that's like a no. Like we already know the answer to that. Oh God, thank God that I'm not anywhere near the trial, the court, because I would be like, oh yeah, fire her. She's already tainted the pool. I'm done. Okay, moving on. Okay. So the court will call 50 jurors each day to the 26th floor courtroom in Manhattan. Let me tell you, this is going to be very interesting because I'll never forget. Lord have mercy. Was it the Murdoch? Who followed the Murdoch trial here? You guys remember the jury member with the egg? This was a couple years ago. Alec Murdoch, excuse me. There was a juror who brought eggs to the courtroom, and there was something about the eggs. It was juror 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. And they were like, they had to have their eggs with them all the time. Something about the eggs. I think that this is around the time where eggs were going up in there. You do remember, Ronan? Remember the egg, the Murdoch murder? I'm telling you, I have a feeling that the jury selection in this is going to be very interesting because you never know what you're going to get with the. Listen, I went to jury duty and I remember I was like, these are some fucking characters in here. And I'm sitting here, I was in my 20s, okay? Just like at odd by how they were just, plucking us out. All right, here, and there. Here's somebody who gave like a huge speech about how they don't believe in jury duty. The judge said, guess what? You staying in that seat until we're all ready to leave because he wanted to get out of there right away. Jury duty, jury selection duty is always very exciting and very interesting process. So it's going to be interesting. Y'all don't remember the egg? Yeah, so one of the juror members in the Murdoch murder bought like a dozen eggs and wanted to ask if they could get them and take them home. Yo, that was Ronan. Was that like 2 years ago? The Murdoch murder with the eggs, and that was like the funniest thing that happened in the courtroom, and everybody laughed. It was such a serious thing, but everybody laughed. Anyways, moving on. So, 50 jurors each day to the 26th floor to the courtroom in Manhattan. Each juror will either be excused for cause or asked to return to the main courtroom for further questioning. The goal is to narrow it down to 45 people. Wow. Who will each be interviewed separately with 2 attorneys from each side present. The court has requested 600 potential jurors. Can you imagine I don't think there's not going to be any sequestering of jurors, right? But this is going to cost a lot of money, y'all. 600 people that they're going to have to review. 600 people is crazy, okay? If prospective jurors want to speak privately, they will go into the judge's chambers where the media will be excluded, he said. The transcripts for those parts will be sealed. Okay. Agnifilo has expressed concern that the media's presence would prevent prospective jurors from speaking candidly. I agree. I think so too. Given the amount of attention the case has received, particularly in recent days, Agnifilo asked the court to add a question to the juror survey regarding a questionnaire already sent to prospective jurors. Have you read anything since completing the questionnaire? And the judge agreed to. So the prosecutor says she understood the defense's team had added 2 new attorneys. So there's 2 new attorneys and said prosecutors would like to know who they are. Agnifilo said that the new attorneys were in the courtroom. Let me find out that it's Garagos. Okay, because that was the other one that was rumored. So Diddy hired, the attorney from Atlanta who fought that other bigger case of the other rapper. There's that. So he's had a pretty extensive team. There's going to be more lawyers to this, more monies, more time, guys. More lawyers, more monies, more time. Okay. Agnifilo said that the new attorneys were in court and that they would file their appearances by the end of the day. One of them is Xavier Donaldson, who has been present for several hearings. A prosecutor said at a hearing last week that Combs had been offered a plea deal, the details of which have not been made public. So the judge asked all parties to be in the court at 8 a.m. Monday and reminded them to avoid making public statements that could prejudice. Can't even read. The trial's outcome. The reminder came in response to a court filing this week in which Combs' attorney asked the judge to bar lawyers from witnesses, including Douglas Windor and Lisa Bloom. Douglas Windor is Cassie's attorney. Lisa Bloom is one of the other ladies, is she another attorney for the witnesses? I wonder about her. Okay, from speaking publicly about the trial until the conclusion. I know she had a lawsuit in the civil matter, Combs attorney Teeny Garagos, so that's Mark Garagos' daughter, said on Thursday's hearing that Bloom had appeared on the BBC to try to bolster her client's credibility. Bloom told the BBC that Richard was absolutely terrified of Combs. Now, is it Richard or Richard? Pretty sure. It is deeply disturbing to us and could violate the rules of judicial conduct. This is what Garagos said. Teeny Garagos. Yeah, so Lisa Bloom is representing Don Richard. Okay, so she was one of the Diddy Dirty Money, one of the group members from Diddy back in the day. Okay, and then she's also representing that John Doe, who was a member of the two groups that were formed by Combs, Danity Kane, and the second one was called Diddy Dirty Money. So this is what we have going on, y'all. I mean, these attorneys have their work cut out for them. Let me just say that much. You said I need to go to you said I need to go and set up a food cart outside of that courtroom. Oh my God. You know what? That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Okay. I would totally set up a taco stand right outside that courtroom. I don't know how quick I can get a food permit, but I go out there and do like a little taco stand while I'm blogging, right? So everybody, chisme and court chisme and tacos over here. Everybody come over here. Come and get your court news chisme and get your tacos, and we're live. And then everybody gets to tell me everything that's going on. I am not going to fry a rabbit truck. I'm not joking. I'm saying, like, you can have your little tacos and your salsa, and then right outside that courtroom, everybody comes. You got the lawyers, and then they're irritated and they're mad, and they're outside talking shit in the courtroom. And I'm so gonna film it. I'll be there. You said you're gonna sell churros right there. There you go. We got our tacos and churros. Okay. There you go. That's it. Street tacos and churros. Play. Drop the tacos. You got the law clerk over there like, I gotta go get me a taco. Let me go talk some shit about that lawyer and that attorney and the judge over here and all the bullshit that went down. Let's go. Yep, and jarritos too. Get those jarritos too. Let's go. We are not tainting the jury. We are feeding them. Okay, rabbit on location. I'm so down. I'm down. Y'all don't even know. I would be down. Oh my God, y'all. Can we move on, please? Because we got other stuff to talk about. Let's move on. Oh my God. Let's talk about Too Strong. Shout out to Too Strong. I did, Belen. Shout out to you, Belen. Thank you for being here. Girl, you missed it. Maybe you can come with me too. See, Belen, Sylvia, Aduco, Ronan, we're all going to be down there. We're going to be outside of the courthouse. We're going to be selling tacos and then hearing all the lawyers talk all the shit. And we're going to be serving them food and they're going to talk to us and we're going to be filming it. So we can't hear the deets in there. We're going to get it outside. We are totally going to do it. I don't know if I could sell beer in the street. I don't want them to go back drunk, you know? You said, can you please grill some? You said grill some burgers, the white people food. Okay, Aduco. I got you, Aduco. Girl, I'm going to need your help. I'm going to need your help there. Oh, so now I got to consider everybody. Now I got to do the hamburgers and hot dogs for the white people. The Mexicans get the tacos and the everybody else, y'all. I cannot. Oh, now, and see, Greek ladies like, I'm Greek and I like tacos. Now we got to bring some Greek food too. All right. This is too much. You guys are out of order. We're not doing this. Thank you. Aduco said, I will be the Caucasian ambassador. Oh my God. I need to get through this. Can y'all help me? And Steeler Princess Hotel and Fair Fun for Rabbit, $20, girl. I appreciate this $20. Thank you so much for showing your support. Let me put a little heart on this 2020. Yo, that's amazing. Thank you, my love. Oh my God. No, I'm not. And then I got to bring pizza for the Italians. See, I can't. Yes. Yeah, no. See, you guys are out of order.
Just when you are out of order, you're out of order. You're out of order. The whole trial is out of order. They're out of order.
I'm gonna come in there and say, you guys are out of order. And I don't even know what the hell is going on. See, and then I gotta consider the vegetarians who have veggie burgers. I can't do that. I can't do that. All right, moving on. Moving on. So definitely we're gonna keep up with what's going on with Diddy. We'll definitely let you know. Oh my God. See, and then there's these side pieces like potato salad. I can't do that. Okay. Shout out to everybody. Or fry bed. Yeah, all this stuff. I can't keep up. I can't keep up. Okay. We got to talk about Too Strong real quick. Too Strong did a phenomenal video that I thought was amazing, right? And I wanted to share it with you guys. So one of the things that occurred to me, we're going to talk about Brian McKnight and Jaguar, right? By the way, the lady has like privated some videos. She's been privating videos. I said, okay. I mean, sure, why not? You know, I mean, I guess that's what you do if you're getting sued, but you know, you talking a lot of mess, like that's what you do. You private videos. I bet she did. She's been privating videos. I don't know. On Brian McKnight, which I think would be smart, right? Like if you're getting sued, you know, she's standing on business. Let me hit the like button on this video. But I don't know what to make of like everything that's going on, right? Steeler, thank you so much for the $5. Bail money for when Rabbit is found in contempt of court. For what? For not having burgers and hot dogs at the time. Thank you for this. Yeah, and you know they're gonna find me in contempt. I'm like outside selling food, and these people are somehow I'm in contempt for doing something. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Thank you, Steeler Princess. I appreciate it. So, lady has privated videos, right? You know, after she doubled down and she said, "Yes, this is what happened," and you know, the ex-wife talked to me. So I watched the interview that Julie McKnight did with Tasha K, right? This was her first interview ever. And she was speaking a little bit about her marriage to Brian McKnight, right? And you know, she exposed a couple things, but she never said that he had put his hands on her. She never she never said anything that would have allowed you to believe that, you know, like he had his side women. Like he says the man cheats, okay? Based on what she's saying. Like he was unfaithful. All right. That's what she said. And you know, he did his children wrong, the children in that marriage, completely wrong. But there was never a conversation about a prostitute or beating or putting the hands on people. Like there was never that. So, and I started thinking, I was like, well, if Julie was going to expose Brian McKnight, she would have done it 4 months ago or 5 months ago when she did that interview with Tasha K. That never got like exposed there. But then you have Jaguar Wright, who we know is a documented known liar, lying, you know, and using this woman's name. And what kind of made me wonder too, like honestly, why are you speaking for this woman? It doesn't make sense. And Sylvia says, thank you for the $4.99. You know, you can't take us anywhere. We're about y'all are, I can't take you guys anywhere. I'm surprised. Because then all of you guys would be locked up with me. We would be sharing a cell. Thank you, Sylvia, for the $4.99. I appreciate you, Sylvia. Thank you. Hold up. Let me put a little heart and a thumbs up. Thank you, Sylvia. I appreciate it. Well, I have to kind of wonder though, like, what was the point of disparaging or saying all these things about this man when she doesn't show receipts for it, and everything she says is like third or fourth party information because it's a lie, or because it's salacious, or because it gives her content? It makes you kind of wonder. Listen to what Marlon had to say. Shout out to Too Strong. Make sure you guys check him out.
Was lying. What does that mean for her award? Remember, we also implicated.
Oh, wait. They go talk about the award. Hold up. Let me go right here. This is when he gets into it.
For all intents and purposes, though, there might be more implication than just the Brian McKnight case. Because here's the thing. If this goes to court and it comes out that she was lying, what does that mean for her award? Remember, we also implicated Mr. Flynn in some things where he was not doing what he says he is really good at doing. and how he's been sitting on information and not really doing a whole lot for the trafficking and all this stuff.
That's true. What does it mean for her award? I still don't understand what the Defender of the Freedom Award is. Honestly, I don't have any idea. I don't feel like I have a good understanding of it, but that's what she got. I don't know what that means. What does it mean? I think it was like an honorary award because she showed up, but what does it mean to be awarded that?
What if he gets implicated, or at least the people behind the award ceremony gets implicated as people who are accomplices in the perpetrating of her lies?
Interesting.
You see where this can end up, right? You do understand that even people who gave her a foundation to spread said lies without any blowback or recanting of those things could be in trouble as well.
Mhm.
Any platform that she could have gone on to espouse what she espoused and allowed it and actually boosted it could also be involved in this. This could go to the extent where multiple platforms get shut down, not just her.
She's had multiple platforms, multiple channels removed on YouTube. So it did kind of make me wonder about this. People that awarded her didn't do the homework. The people that supported this woman didn't do the homework on her. They did not whatsoever. And we kind of know this, right? We figured this out. We're like, there's no way that, I mean, there's just so much information out there about this woman. She has been, I think, labeled a conspiracy theorist. But my thing about this, what the struggle that I have with that title is, I know a lot of conspiracy theorists, and the conspiracy theories don't have to lie. You know what I mean? Like, they have their theories and they'll say why they have their theories, but they don't lie. Like, they don't fabricate information or put false allegations on people. They will put their information and then, give you a good understanding of why they came to that conclusion. For me, that's how I feel about conspiracy theorists. Not every conspiracy theorist goes off on a lie or then makes up another lie to cover another lie or to push another lie, if that makes sense. For her, that's what she does. A conspiracy theorist will tell you what they think, and then they'll give you kind of their thought process behind that. Thank you. I will show you my evidence. I will show my evidence for my reality with conspiracies. There's a difference. And for me, it's like, even I think for me, I might have a little bit of because I consider myself to be very logical, but I also do think about I have my own conspiracy theories. I do. But I separate the two, and I'll tell you guys, I don't have enough proof for this. And this is kind of where I'm at. Yes, and I'm a conspiracy theorist, and I'll help you understand them. This makes sense to me. This woman is just a liar. That's it. I wouldn't even give her that label. I'd be offended if I was a true conspiracy theorist, if somebody said that she was one, because she just lies. I feel like that it kind of puts her in a bucket with people that can actually sustain a theory. She just lies.
This is a big, and I mean a big deal.
Wait, you said a conspiracy therapist? I'll help you understand them. Okay, well, there's that.
For the sake of getting rid of one toxic entity from the world, I am happy that he's bringing this lawsuit. I do indeed hope that it goes to the level of discovery and to the level where she has to show up and present what information she has, especially about Brian.
Yes.
Since she's just said it, and you said it multiple times. If you have proof of this, please present it. Otherwise, it's hearsay and defamation. Now, the wife did an interview with Tasha K. It's a very long interview, but what it felt like was this. It felt like it was a Brian bashing session. I'm not saying Brian is absolved from doing anything wrong, cheating, all that stuff. I'm not talking about that side of things. But the discussion seemed to only harp on the things he did wrong and nothing about what she did wrong, if anything at all. It sounded like she was the perfect bride, by the way. Perfect mother, never did a single thing out of line. She even gave up her own career to do exactly what Brian wanted, and that still wasn't enough. I hear that story a lot, but they don't ever tell you the other half of what kind of person you really are to the marriage. You see, most men, I'm just in a sidebar, most men don't act out unless there is a little bit of something going on that is frustrating, and he can't talk about it to some people.
That's interesting.
happens. No, hey, again, I'm not saying you are rightful in your actions outside. I'm just saying don't act like there's no catalyst going on to kind of support him doing something. It's always a two-way street. It is not just one person. It is always both. And it's always both, either by a lot or by a little bit, but still both. So the entire interview seemed to lend itself to this idealistic woman thing, and he was always the wrong. And I did so well to just try and do what he wanted to do, but at the end, I had to take care of me, kind of thing.
Ooh.
Now, none of the accusations that Jaguar mentioned ever came up in the interview, at least.
See, go watch that interview if you're going to be following any of this whatsoever. None of the accusations. And I went and I watched that interview with Tasha and the ex-wife, Julie McKnight, and nothing came up. Nothing came up that Jaguar Wright has been spinning and spilling. So somebody's not, I don't know, like, what is going on?
From what we heard, you all can listen to it and see we're wrong. And at least if we didn't catch it, no one in the comment section did either, about him actually beating anybody, including and abusing his then wife. So
She never said that. She never said that she was beat. She never said she was abused. Now, was she cheated on? That's what she says. And I believe that she was. I definitely believe a lot of what she's saying about Brian McKnight. It was a good interview, I would say. And it made me kind of see this other side that I was like, I didn't even know that she was the ex. I didn't even know all of this. Hell, for the longest time, I didn't even know that this man was married, like at all.
So if your cousin Jag don't even say it, how you get to say it, and you wasn't even in a marriage. You weren't in the house. He didn't even know you were related to the lady, but somehow you know all this stuff about the marriage bed. And unless she confided in you, which it doesn't seem like she did, unless she was kind of covering her behind, how you know about it?
That's the question. If Julie had a conversation with Jaguar Wright, which if she did, Jaguar Wright recorded that conversation. Jaguar Wright is probably sitting on a recording. Maybe they had a conversation, who she now is claiming her cousin. By the way, Jaguar Wright Johnson, I believe, is through her first, or through, not her first, I'm sorry, her marriage to the name of Gerald Johnson, Goomba Head. That's who we all know Goomba Head as, right? Yeah, Wright has seen a lot of people's beds. It seems like she knows what everybody's bedroom is doing. She knows how to, raise everybody else's children but her own, right? Interesting. How is she related to Julie McKnight? Julie McKnight, I guess, is also a Johnson. But Jaguar Wright became a Johnson through marriage. How's that work? And by the way, I thought I blocked this person. I have this account that I'm pretty sure is like the guy that she's with, and I don't know. I mean, the fuck boy that she's with, I must say that, because I don't know the guy. He's always coming to my comments all the time. I just block and block and block and block, and he always pops in here to say some crazy shit, and I'm like, why are you here? You're not the person that we're talking about. Yes, that might be your sex partner right now, but that's not who. We're not talking about you. Okay? I actually liked Goomba when he was around, believe it or not. Yes, Goomba, that I think was it Night and Day that gave him the name Goomba Head. It was. Goomba Head was Jaguar Wright's husband that was here on YouTube. And then it went from Goomba to like, she cheated on him with the cult member. Then it went from that to, then she was with the woman. Then it went from that to like another woman, then another guy. I mean, the lady has had, gosh, like at least she's been on YouTube for what, 4 or 5 years? She's had at least a good 6 or 7 or 8 partners while she's still been married to Goomba Head. That's how much we know. But I don't know the other guy that she's with right now. He's been in my comments. He's like, I keep permanently blocking. And it's like, why are you here? Why are you? I'm not talking about you. You're not on my title. Go away. Go away. You're like irrelevant to this. Unless you're a Goomba head, which you're not, you're irrelevant. But he's always coming in my comments. It's kind of weird. Like, you know, get a clue. Get a clue. I don't know. I've had stalking that way too. So it's kind of weird when people just come to your comments like that. Let's keep playing this.
And who gave you the okay to spill those people's beans when they are the ones involved in it and they ain't talking about it?
Well, she never gets the okay. She never gets the okay. She just does it.
You see, this is a problem. This is her biggest problem. She believes that anything that's out there that's worth talking about, she not only can put her 2 cents in, which is okay. 2 cents is one thing, but claiming to know everything about the situation to the point where you know details, that's overstepping a little far. That's a little far, right? You would agree that, you know, we do it too. We react to stuff or we have our take on things. You know what we never do though? Here's what Too Strong never does. I was there. It always is the same every time. No, we
She is everywhere, and yet no receipts.
don't do that. We take what is shown, we take what we know, and then we give our 2 cents based on our opinions about it. But it's never here the same way coming out of Jag.
Yep.
And it looks like this one got her in a little bit of hot water. Now, whether or not this actually goes and comes to fruition, that's be a whole other case. But it is a fresh thing. It's a new issue. It's not something that's been out for weeks. It's relatively new, like as of like a couple of days
Hours ago. I wonder how this is going to go. And let me tell you, like I said, I am not a Brian McKnight, you know, as if the way he has treated his family and his children, that's fine. But I will say that that is by far the first celebrity. Let this, Your Honor, let the court show that that is the first celebrity that is suing her. And if that is the first celebrity that is suing her, just imagine how many other people are willing to follow through. You never know. You never know. It's not always about money because people say, "Well, what are you going to take her for?" Sometimes, if you have enough money, you could just sue to clear your name. Sometimes it's just about clearing your name or showing that somebody's a documented liar. If I had that money, I would totally do that. I would be like, "Yeah, I want it documented that this woman lies, that she lied about this and she put this out here and this is the damage that it had." Sometimes it's about that. And then the more and more you kind of document that, then that's kind of you've been put on this bucket and hole where you have no credibility or notoriety, and only a few select people give you that time of day. Guys, when Jaguar Wright first came into YouTube, everybody was like, couldn't wait to get her on the platform. And then it kind of stopped. And then the person that allowed her to basically get noticed again was Sean Atwood. And so this is why we're like cycling back to this again. You said if she knows all, she says she's either an agent or has charges coming her way. Maybe. I don't know, man. I do not know, but it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's been only reported a few hours ago.
Diddy, Greek lady, Diddy is not suing her. Diddy mentioned her in the lawsuit. The person that is suing her, there's two people that are suing her. Brian McKnight right now, and then Ashley Parham has added her to the lawsuit. But Diddy's not suing her. She's only been mentioned in his lawsuit.
So if this does take root and it does go to court and she does be held to account to what she said, I would anticipate that there'll be more like it coming forward. There'll be more people who may not be as big as Brian coming forward to say, hey, she lied on me too, without proof, and it did indeed harm my brand. Now, by harming brand, it could mean any loss of money. And if you can compound the loss, you can get a fair amount of money. Last time I checked, she said she was hiding, homeless, and all that stuff. I wonder how she's gonna pay for it. Not my concern, not my dog, not my circus. So I'm good.
Marlon throws his like shade. I love his shade sometimes. It's funny. It's funny, and I'm here for it. Okay, guys, I'm here for it. Thank you. Oh my goodness, Sylvia. Please hit the like. Show your appreciation. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hit the like. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Sylvia. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate you. We got to talk about this situation right here. Okay. Nikki, Greek lady, I heard you said that there's more lawsuits coming. Well, I mean, maybe she'll learn. Let me tell you something why she needs to be worried. People have lost platforms for things like this, okay? And if this is how she's making money, I mean, maybe she should think about, a website or whatever, so she's like independent of YouTube and not using the platforms. But she's obsessed with YouTube. She lives on this app. Like, she loves this app way too much to let it go. So, maybe she needs to consider moving on. But I just have a feeling that her days, as far as doing the shit that she's doing, are limited, if that makes sense, because she's going to be held accountable. She'll be held accountable, and she'll be made to shame by a lot of people. This has happened way too many times for her. It is what it is. Sylvia, thank you again for this. I appreciate you so much. Let me put a little heart on this little hold up, let me see. Little heart. Hold up. Did I put it? Jeez, my screen is going slow. Thank you, Sylvia. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for support. You guys are really showing love today. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Let's get it together. I don't know why that slowed down. Nutty is a foul woman. She lies and very hateful. Yeah, I think that she's a mean-spirited person, if you know what I mean. Jaguar Wright is. She's a mean-spirited person. I definitely believe that. I've seen it. I've seen her hurt people. Hell, she don't even give a shit about her own, family or children, or anybody who she hurts. So it is what it is. Okay. Let's talk about Julia Wandelt. Lord have mercy. Okay. We got some Julia Wandelt situations. The woman who says she's Madeleine McCann. All right. I got to read you something, because this right here, my friends, is just showing you the elaborate schemes, scams, situations that's happening with Julia. The PR person had made a statement, right? Let's see if I can go to my bookmarks. Thank God for bookmarks on social media, because I don't think I would be able to store everything right away and go to it right away. You said, Rabbit, I'm about to get an account. It's only one monthly fee and give you the login info for all the courts. No, that's okay, Storm. I got mine. Don't worry about it. I got everything. Thank you, love. I appreciate you for that. I smell like a hybrid joint. What? What? All right. Let's get it together, y'all. Let's get it together. So this guy right here, his name is Sergi Sinclair. You guys remember the Billy Ray Cyrus lookalike? I told you guys this guy is like the PR person, right, for Julia, or has been. He kind of quit like 2 days ago. Well, he wrote a post that I thought was very interesting. Okay, this was 22 hours ago. He says, he shows this picture, and we're going to talk about this picture in a minute, but I want to read you this post. He says, a few hours ago, this notice was put up by Stephen Dempster of something. I'm not even going to read that. A very close friend and ally of Julia Wandelt on the free Julia Wandelt page on Facebook run by Sheenan of South Africa. This will raise hundreds and thousands of pounds from Julia Wandel's army of supporters and fans from around the world. Stephen Dempster is somebody who did an interview at Sean Atwood's. The coward wouldn't use his voice, so he used like a voice recorder, like a voice changer. He was using one of, he was being like Bruce 2.0 kind of voice changer. And he was doing an interview in support of Julia and everything. Guys, when I tell you that there are some people in the background that are not very good people, very questionable characters that are pushing that Julia is Madeleine McCann, I'm not joking. This is what's going on. So this guy named Steven, who used a voice changer to do an interview, got into Facebook and posted the following: Julia Wandelt prison number and info. We know the date of birth not right and missed the T of the end of the name. Can send mail on screened. If you would like, can put money on her account on the .gov. Sent money to a prisoner. She thanks all of her supporters. First of all,
his English is all over the place, right? Okay. He's telling the fans, the free Julia Wandell fans, that they can send money to her. All right. She's behind bars. She's getting all her needs met, even though I get it. Like, she's behind bars. Probably not an ideal situation. I get it. I get it. But like, as far as food, water, basic needs, she has all of her needs met. Right. So they're basically asking supporters of Julia Wandell to send money. This guy by the name of Steven. Okay. Further says she thanks all her supporters and no, she's not begging for money, but any help is appreciated. Please check the prison approved list before sending items. So Sergi, who was a former PR person for Julia Wandell, says the following. Please be strongly advised that this money-raising scheme does not involve or include me in any way whatsoever, whether in this concept or in its operation or in its running. Sergi Sinclair had walked away from this situation a couple days ago. He said, I'm not representing Julia anymore. I'm not. She's got my support. I made my promise. Okay. But I'm not representing Julia anymore. So the PR guy is calling this a money-making scheme. Okay. People have speculated that Julia took another DNA test, and guess what, guys? She's not Maddie. And guess what, guys? She is still the same person that she was, that the way she was born, Julia Wandell, Julia Faustina, she still has the same name. Same. She's still the same person. She still looks like her biological parents. Guys. So the PR guy, who we've been calling Billy Ray Cyrus, okay, also called this out. And he said, hey, I'm not part of this money-making scheme thing. This has been a 4-year grift, guys. 4-year grift. To support a woman, to stalk, and let me be very clear. I'm not cheerleading the McCanns. Okay, because I still think that the McCanns are very sketch, in my opinion. I'm not cheerleading them. This isn't like, yay, no. This woman is not Maddie McCann, y'all. And people have said, well, we're just supporting, we're trying to help her find who she is. Y'all aren't helping nothing because she is who she is. And that is okay. Laura, welcome. Shout out to you, Laura. That is okay. You said if she starts an Amazon scratch card, speak to law enforcement first. Let's go back to Sergi Sinclair's post. Please note, however, so that there is no confusion, that this is not the reason I have walked away from Julia's case or dropped her as a client. As you already know, I got her media attention from around the globe, which is what she needed, wanted, and craved for. And as a consequence, I put her name and her campaign into the world arena. Sergi Sinclair worked worked with Fia Johansson. This is the same circle, okay? He put her up on the map too. That's what he's saying. Okay? Wanted to give her the attention she needed and craved. And as a consequence, I put her name and her campaign into the world arena. Further says, and finally, I carried out my promise. I know the results of the promise, as does Julia Wandell. Capitalizes Wandell. And I will not be associated with her any longer. Like everyone else in the eye of the public, I have my own reputation to protect. As I have stressed, Julia has a strong and formidable legal team, which I have appointed for her, and I remain in contact with them about other matters which do not involve Julia or any of her legal issues. I wish Julia Wandell the very best of luck in her ongoing court case, her application for bail, which I have hugely assisted her with, and indeed her upcoming trial in October 2025. I continue to represent Karen Sprague. Well, guess what? Karen Sprague said, I'm going to be a Karen today. I am.
I'm going to be a Karen, and I am not going to let you do this to me. You know what she did? She posted on Facebook. She sure as hell did, and I'm going to show it to you guys because I got the screenshot. I got the screenshots. I got the screenshots to prove it. See if I can show it to y'all. Karen decided to be a Karen, all right? Oh my God, Diddy, have a good night. Shout out to you, Diddy. Thank you for being here. Yeah, he's throwing shade, but Karen was like, listen, that's that drama piece that I was like, this is too much. Here it is. It's Karen Sprague. I screenshot, doop, right away. You already know me. I would like to say I'm very disappointed in what Sergi has done. To be completely honest, I'm in shock. I feel stupid now for believing in him. I would have never wanted to jeopardize mine's or Julia's case or reputation. It has made me weary now again. I'm still standing with Julia, and like I said to her, I will always be there for her whether she is Maddie or not. Julia will always be Julia to me. I believe in her, and I know that she will get justice. Let's all work together now. Julia's army, and let's help her get justice. She makes my head itch. Why are you laughing, Paige? Paige is like cracking up. Like, what? Oh, Lord have mercy, y'all. I cannot. He's throwing shade at her, Stacy. I say is. All right. He's throwing shade everywhere. I don't know what justice they want. They didn't fat's rabbits. Shout out to you. All right. They never did. They never cared for her. They still don't. Y'all, this is content. Okay. A smart YouTuber, and I've seen it done all the time. Trust me when I say this. A smart YouTuber would follow a case like this and keep it going because it generates what? Money and content. And, join the army, y'all. Join. You already know how I feel about armies. I've gone on tangents about that. Okay. There's this thing called playing on people. Let me tell y'all. Let me give you some game here. Okay. One of the things that content creators do very well is playing on people's outrage. I've said this before. I think I've given this speech dozens of times. Child goes missing, create an army. There's a social justice issue, create an army. Things are going crazy, create an army. Get an army, get people fired up, okay? To a cause. Even if it means that people are going to jail, even if it means that, you got some people doing stupid things on this side of the world while you're over here, and you don't even have to do anything. You just lead the fight. They do everything. Okay. That's an army. That's part of that internet army type of situation. That's why I always I've side-eyed that situation. I reported this when it first became viral back in 2022? We're in 2025 now. I thought the minute that she apologized to the people, and I've said this before, when she did her interview with, I forget what network it was. She sat there, she did this article with BBC and stuff like that, and she said, how she believed this was it. She apologized. She felt bad for the McCanns. I thought the story ended there. No, somebody got on her head and kept this going, y'all. For the longest time, Julia was doing fine. She was on Instagram singing, doing her songs, getting her treatment, doing all those kinds of things. But somebody else got on her treatment and then just basically walked it back. Okay? Acted like she didn't, like it's the media's fault. And you know how often do I get people that say that to me? I got to go soon. I get that way too often. It's the media's fault. It's their fault. They're twisting. You got wrong information. I don't want to hear this, y'all, because I've been at this for a long, long time. I don't want to hear it. This woman is not a missing child. She has said she was 3 missing people before she said she was Maddie McCann. She landed on Maddie McCann. because it gave her clout. She wanted this attention. And one thing that I will give Sergi Sinclair, aka the Billy Ray Cyrus lookalike, is that at the very least, he was right about that. She craved attention. I'm working on a shorter video on that. All right, guys, I gotta go because I got Baby Bunny giving me a look over here. She's giving me the mom get offline look, so I gotta go tend to her. First of all, shout out to Ronan, who's been a member for 13 months. Thank you, my love. Cheeks, thank you again. Ronan, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Steeler, thank you. Oh my God, Steeler, thank you again. Steeler again. Thank you, Sylvia. Amazing. Thank you again for your support. You already know. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yes. Oh, yes. And let's not forget that. If you guys didn't watch my video earlier this morning on Virginia, please go watch it. Y'all are amazing. You guys have a great night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hit the like button. Bye, guys. Bye, bye, bye.